Oops, get the gimbal straightened out here. Hello, we got Essex, Babs, you, Glenn, and Virginia today, this morning already. Hey guys, how's it going? So we're out here off of the highway, off I-40, which, and actually on the old portion of the US Route 66 along through here. And you can see my breath. You can tell it's a little cool out here this morning. Hi, Tia Terry. All right, from Southwest England. Yeah, if you guys post up here in your chats when you come online and say where you're from, that helps me figure out where people are tuning in from and schedules and time zones and things like that. Memphis Stan. Hi. Stefan. I'm sorry. Why did I say Stan? It's early in the morning and I really haven't had my coffee yet, so I'm trying to shade you from the sun behind me, but we're at Cadillac Ranch, New Jersey. All right. Karen from UK joined. I'm going to turn this around, actually, because that glare off the screen is kind of getting to me. So yeah, it's Rick Roach from Heygo and Rick and Lori's Grand Adventure. Happy New Year from Manchester, UK. Good. Hi, Tony and Karen. Great to see you guys as well in UK. A lot of people here from UK already. Memphis, Egypt. Oh, just joking. Yeah, that's funny. You know, and I'll share this again later when we get started. The Cadillac Ranch, these Cadillacs are buried nose down in this field over here at an angle. And the angle that they're buried is supposed to be the angle that is the angle of which the pyramids in Giza are built. So it's a little interesting tidbit for you already for you that joined early. So I don't have any other tours on the schedule right now, but I'll give you a little bit of history while we're walking over here. Of what we're doing. So Lori and I moved to Portugal a few months ago, but we came back into the country mid-December to welcome a new grandbaby and visit family for the holidays. So we started in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that area. We were there for 2 weeks, and then we have started traveling across the country. So we've been on Route 66 before. Hi, Anna. And we know there's a lot of fun stuff to see. We usually stop here at Cadillac Ranch if it works out over here by Amarillo, Texas. And it's an ongoing art project or experiment. So it's kind of going to be interactive. I brought some paint. We'll get some ideas from you guys about some things to paint on these old Cadillacs. But Lori and I are traveling across the U.S., part of the way on Route 66, and then we'll be in Albuquerque tonight, so I might throw something up when we get over there on the schedule for maybe tomorrow morning or something. Maybe you guys can give me some ideas about things to see in Albuquerque related to Route 66. So, and then if you want to follow me, you could do that and get notifications for all the other tours that we'll be doing. Yeah, you're right. We did reach Amarillo by morning. Yep. I actually had a nice stay last night. And, you know, I videoed some birds that must be migrating through here. Thanks for following, Tia Terry. Because there were hundreds of them in these trees all around Amarillo, and I had to be careful where I parked, so I didn't park under a tree when we were in the parking lot over there at the hotel where we stayed. Nothing fancy. We were in the Best Western at East Amarillo over there. So I'm going to flip this around here so you can see where we're headed. And we are headed over to, you can see the Cadillacs in the distance. Hey, Rodney R. joined. Hi, Rodney. I think that's my bro, my youngest brother. He was going to see if he could tune in today. And we got a Chiefs fan over here. Go Chiefs! He didn't hear me. So, anyway, here we are heading out into this wheat field. I think it's wheat. Right now it looks like a bunch of grass, so hasn't been planted yet. But anyways, so we're Santosh, nice to have you. And we still got about 7 minutes left to make sure that everybody can get on here that wants to see this tour. Cynthia, hi. Hans from Bavaria. Nice. So what's the time zone over there in Bavaria, Hans? We got people from all over the world here tuning in today, which is nice. Cynthia from Baltimore, a lot of people from the U.S. Route 66 has become real popular. Of course, over the years after its decline in about the mid-70s. 1607, okay. Well, that's not bad. It's a good time to join in a tour. Yeah, so when we go to Portugal, so it's where we're living in Tavira right now, it's 6 hours ahead. So, and I know UK is the same time zone as Portugal. So I kind of turn around here again, introduce myself again for those of you that are new to the channel. We got 6.5 minutes. So I'm Rick Roach. My wife Lori and I have Rick and Lori's Grand Adventure, and we started traveling together pretty much immediately after we got married about 4 years ago. Are we having connection issues? Oh wow, see, I was afraid of that. Let me stop and see here. Can everybody hear me okay? All right, we're getting thumbs up on that. How about connection? Is the connection good? Let's see if we got any more thumbs up on that. Okay, so hopefully going to get a good signal here. I'm off the highway a little ways, and we're out here close to the Cadillacs now. Got about 5.5 more minutes. This time of day, can hear okay, just no video. Okay, well, sorry about that, Rod. See if anybody else has any trouble, let me know. Marty from Canada, thanks for coming. Virginia says picture is perfect on her end. Yeah, try refreshing, Rodney. I see that somebody posted up there. I think sometimes that helps. I've seen that before. People to say that, whoops, get this thing straightened out here. I can see Carolyn says, okay. So we're going to go with that. And Rod, if you're still on there, I know I had some trouble out there where you're at. If you're over at Mom and Dad's house, there was a little bit of a issue. I was having a slow connection out there. She might reboot the router too. All right. Tommy Castaway, yeah. Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? So I'm going to pan back around here, let you see where I came from. So there's the highway. We're going to head back out that way towards the end of the tour. I just reserved 30 minutes for this. So we'll see. Think we can cover everything in 30 minutes. We're trying to give everybody an opportunity to come in and see the tour. So this is quite an iconic part of Route 66. If you look at just Google Route 66 and see some of the photos, you probably are going to see at least one picture of the Cadillac Ranch. What's cool about this is it's evolving. So constantly as people come out and add their contribution to the art, it is getting layers of art, so it changes shape a little bit even, but different colors, and a lot of people write names and happy anniversary and those other kinds of things on there. Okay, Deborah's joined. All right, thank you. Thank you all for coming today. Still got a couple minutes left to officially get started. But so, and then, yeah, tell me, you can see some of you have in there where you're from. Karen's from Virginia, USA. Nice. Deborah O is joined. So if you can post in there where you're from. And then if you'll follow, I'm going to actually put some links. I always try to post something about the tours afterwards on Heygo, and then on Rick and Lori's Grand Adventure on .com, our website, or Facebook. I've been posting more on Facebook. Atlanta, Georgia. Yay, Virginia. All right. Did not have the car, so your visit's much better. Yeah. Yep. And it's always interesting if you, whether you like the smell of spray paint or not, it's here, and it's kind of cool to get that whiff of spray paint of the brand new artwork that's being put on here. All right, Rod says my mom and dad are on here, and Jessica. Wow, that's cool. Nice to have family in on this one too. I know that I think Rodney and Jessica, I know they've stopped by here, I think, and I don't know about my parents if they've stopped for this one, but anyway, it's quite a zoom in for a close-up of one of those. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, Barbara joined. So get a little closer here. And sometimes you can read the words, and sometimes they've been covered up, but this is the first in line. And we'll have to take a look at them and see what order they're in. So we are east to west. We're on the east end. I see it says Jessica and Taos up there. This other one, so you're going to see a variety of things, shapes and colors and graffiti names and stuff. So we got like 23 seconds left to go. Make sure that everybody's on here. And then I'll reintroduce myself again and we'll get going. All right. Well, let's not do that with the sun in your face. Let's let it be in my face. So hi, everybody. I'm Rick Roach, and I'm here this morning at Cadillac Ranch on Route 66 out here by Amarillo, Texas. So Lori and I are traveling the country. We're seeing family and friends over in the U.S. We moved to Portugal a few months ago, and now we're back to share some things that we're seeing in the U.S. We've traveled Route 66 several times, and it's actually a series of interstates now. If you've ever seen, whoops, I got a hold of the cord on my gimbal that pulled it sideways. If you've ever seen the movie Cars, the animated movie Cars, it's based on the idea of Route 66 being bypassed by the interstate system. And in Oklahoma, there's a couple of interstates, I-40 and I-44. But there's about 5 or 6 total, I think, that come from all the way from Chicago, Illinois to Santa Monica Pier in Los Angeles. So his mom says, hi, Mom. Good to see you here. And able to join us this morning. It's a little brisk out here this morning. I don't know what the temperature is. I'd say it's probably in the 40s and 30s or 40s. You can see my breath. But so anyway, Lori and I decided we would share these Heygo tours. I thought it'd be a good idea to share Heygo tours with my friends that have joined and followed. And I just reached 200 followers. So that was a big milestone. Appreciate that, and I appreciate all of you guys tuning in for the tours. If you'll follow me, you'll get notifications, and then you can see some of the posts. Yeah, thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. Of the other things that we're going to be doing. I don't have another tour on the schedule right now, but we're looking at maybe doing something tomorrow out of Albuquerque. We're going to make it to Albuquerque tonight, and then we will see what's next after that. After that, we're going to turn and go north and head up to Utah and over to Oregon. And so we'll see a lot of things after that. Maybe even get to see some waterfalls at some point. So just hang with us and look for those posts and other things on Rick and Lori's Grand Adventure, and we'll make it happen. So having lots of fun with this trip. So as you can see behind me, there are, I'm going to pull over here a little bit so you can see the full progression. There are 10 Cadillacs buried nose down in this field out here. They are starting with the model 1949. It says, are you going to do a tour while you're driving, like one of the Italian couples? You know what? We might do that. I would just have to throw that up and see how that goes, Carolyn. Yeah, I appreciate that idea. It's nice to hear what other folks are doing and then also be creative in our own time. Thanks for joining, Camilo. And Carolyn A. might be an idea. Good, Ina. See lots of people joining. So I'll finish what I was saying about the Cadillacs. We've got from 1949 to 1963, a year model from each year lined up of those in 10 Cadillacs. So the idea was for this artwork, this exhibit was started by a group of, there were 2 architects and an artist out in San Francisco called the Ant Farm. They called themselves the Ant Farm, and they were coming up with different ideas for public displays of art. And they, one of them had been looking for inspiration for some things and actually read a children's book about cars and kind of sparked the idea of this interest of cars and driving across the U.S. and things like that. And then, okay, hi, Virginia, that's okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, I am reusing the Route 66 icon for the post. But yeah, no, you didn't miss a whole lot. I'm going to go ahead and I will repeat myself because I try to go over things a couple times just because some people do join a little bit later. But I'll just mention that where we're at is Cadillac Ranch over here in Amarillo, Texas, right outside the west side of Amarillo. And this exhibit's called Cadillac Ranch. So the artwork was created by, yeah, Lori says she's getting cold, so she's gonna bug out on me. Here's Lori. She's heading back to the car. And so she's going to help paint, I thought, but I guess I'll get to do the painting. But anyways, we're gonna have some ideas about that. I got a couple cans of paint I brought with me. So the Ant Farm, San Francisco, called hippie art. So it was kind of in some ways rebellious to corporations and things like that. But the idea for this was the evolution of the tail fin of the Cadillac. And so that's why they decided to do Cadillacs, and they're buried east to west or west to east, whichever way they started. I don't know, but that's the direction. And the angle that they're buried into the ground is the angle of the pyramids in Giza. So just a little interesting fun fact about that. And what I'm going to do is, just for fun, I'm going to get my paint shook up here real good. Started with I got 2 colors of paint. I ran to Home Depot this morning and got, which was only a few miles from our hotel, and got 2 colors. My 2 favorite colors, green and orange, fluorescent, because I wanted it to show up they didn't have any cheap paint, so I got the Rust-Oleum. It was about $9 a can. So if you plan on coming out here and you can get cheap paint, buy it ahead of time and bring it with you. All right. So I hope I'm having a good connection here and everybody can hear me and see me still. I do have a few people in the background here that are already making their contributions to the artwork. And thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. That helps. I ask because I am out here in the middle of a field that is way away from the highway and houses, and I do see a tower over there. It might be a cell tower, so that'd be good. But so I'm going to go ahead and get the camera turned around here. Thanks for joining, Danielle. And let's see. Try not to sweep too fast and make everybody dizzy, but I'm going to have to. Whoops! I'm going to get a long vertical shot of this for your postcards. And we're going to probably have some people in these in your postcards because this is a public display, a public area, and it's open 24/7. So I suppose if you came out here at night, it'd be pretty dark because there's no lights out here to illuminate this place. But bring your big flashlights and stuff if it happens to be nighttime when you come by. It's worth the stop. It's right off the highway, actually. So if you're traveling I-40, which is what replaced old Route 66 in this area of the country, you'd be able to see some of these iconic displays of art and other things along the way. So, hey, Sharon, thanks for joining. And Katya, I got, let me see if I can do this without spraying my camera. I'm going to pop this cap off here. It's going to be a little tough with the gimbal. All right. Hi, Sharon. Good to have you. And we're going to be stopped, like I mentioned before, we're going to be stopping along the way, all along Route 66, and then the rest of our journey up into Utah and Oregon. So if you'll join, if you'll follow, you'll get notifications for those. I didn't put another one on the schedule yet because I wasn't exactly sure of our timing, but we'll be in Albuquerque tonight. So we might be in Albuquerque, something over there in that area tomorrow. Thanks for following, Glenn. And I'm going to go ahead and there's been a lot of people. It's getting later in the morning now, so people are getting up and coming out, and you can see everybody's having a great time just spraying some things on the cars. So you got to be careful not spray other people. Spray myself. Let's start with this one right here. Let's see what we can do. I got the green paint, and let's just do maybe. It's going to show up okay, I guess, if I hit it a little bit extra hard. I was going to write Heygo on here. I might run out of room. Kind of hard to hold this gimbal far enough away for you to see it. So I got the HE. And I'm going to do the Y. Yeah, there's hey. I'm going to have to wrap around to go to the go, I guess. Well, it's always fun figuring it out as you go. I'll probably do something else here too. There's a big O. Anyways, hi guys. England. I-40 like road kind of, yeah. And I and the number of people watching, ironically. It's funny, isn't it? Yeah, it does show 40 on my counter. That's great. Oh, man. So we got all kinds of things out here. We got people writing little love notes and the year they were born and their names and things like that. So, hi, Sandra. Good to see you on here. As people join, we're progressing down the road here in the row of cars. And again, I'm at Cadillac Ranch outside of Amarillo, Texas. for a little bit of fun with paint. This has been here since 1974. It was created by two architects and an artist from San Francisco. They came up with the idea, and they got a list of millionaires across the country, eccentric millionaires, and they pitched this to a guy named Stanley Marsh III, who was a millionaire. I actually think became a billionaire over here in Texas from oil and banking. Had a TV station, and he was willing to do this in his field that he had. And this display actually has been moved once as the town has progressed westward. The cars were actually moved in, I think it was 1994. I have to check my records. But again, if you'll follow me, I post things afterwards on the Heygo channel. And then sometimes I'll post things on Rick and Lori's Grand Adventure, our Facebook site, or website. So thanks for following, and Hans and Katya. And then you'll also see the other tours that I'm going to be doing. I'll be doing for the next couple of weeks, tours in the U.S., and then after that, back in Portugal, I'll be doing tours there again. So I really love Heygo, and it's nice to have so many people that can join and experience these fun things with me and with Lori. And she got a little cold. It's a little cold out here. I think it's probably in the 30s still. But it's morning, the sun's shining, so that's fun. And so that's just, it's always fun to see new things and explore new things with people, share them. So let's see. I'll try again with some green. Get over here. I'll try to make sure I'm not in a section where the paint's going to blow back. What car called? These are Cadillacs. These are 1949 to 1963 Cadillacs. They were put here in 1974. A group of artists from San Francisco. And, well, actually, like I said, they've been moved once, but the same actual dimensions and everything was recreated in another wheat field. So thanks for joining, Preston. Good to see you. Thanks for following, Christian. So somebody said maybe do an I and the number 40, because we did have 40 on here earlier. Now we have 45, but I-40 is the highway out here next to us. So I don't know. I'm not a very good artist, and this spray can, the paint comes out kind of wide. So where did they get the Cadillacs? You know, it was just a variety of Cadillacs. I don't know if they didn't really get them in one place, but they were used or salvaged, or so some actually were still running, but they were not in great shape. And so that's an interesting question to know how they were acquired. Stanley Marsh III is actually paid for. Thanks for the tip, Joanne. I appreciate that. Paid for this, and it was on his property, and he's a millionaire in the area. And let's see. I don't know. Does that look like an eye? It's kind of runny now. Years of the Cadillacs are 1949 to 1963, and there's 10 of them. So, but you can see how thick this paint is. I mean, this paint is, gosh, it is just unbelievable. I mean, inches and inches and inches of paint. Let's see if we can get a 40 on here. It's all runny because, you know, I'm painting over the top of paint. So, I can't remember whose idea that was now, but but there's your I-40. And maybe I should do Route 66 now. Environmentally friendly. Probably not, Ava. I don't know. I mean, it's out of ways from everything. But yeah, I mean, these spray cans probably have all kinds of stuff in them. Let's see if I can do, like maybe use a little bit of orange this time. Yeah, So a lot of people stop by here with their kids and families and stuff on Route 66. And they did put up there's some barrels over there for disposing of the cans and that kind of thing. We met a lady here last time we were here, and she actually did just volunteer work, comes in and cleans up, gets all the paint cans and dumps those out and everything, those dumpsters, and gets rid of that stuff. And there was a lady here that had a kettle corn trailer that now is doing all kinds of food out of it. She's on a group called Historic Route 66. So if you want to see more stuff about Route 66, there's some various Facebook groups out there. I'm a part of that one, so I get to see some things. And the history of Route 66, it was started in 1926 as a cross-country route in the U.S., east to west, going from Chicago to Los Angeles. A guy named Cyrus Avery from Oklahoma was on the Highway Administration Board, the Federal Highway Administration Board at that time, and came up with the idea and to call it Route 66. A second set of cars on the right. Actually, I'm going to back up here and kind of start and give a nice picture down the line here for people that want to do a postcard. Yeah, I'll try to do a couple of angles on that. So let me back out here a little bit. Maybe you can see the whole progression of cars here. Get a little bit wider. Okay, so there are all 10 cars in the frame. I'm going to try to just slowly walk backwards and pull around here a little bit. So that is all 10 caddies from a 1949 to 1963. Like I said, Route 66 started in 1926. And as it was bypassed by the highway systems, a lot of the towns that were dependent on that traffic fell into ruin. And then more recently, over the last decade or so, there's been a lot of interest in nostalgia and the history of Route 66 and, the memories that were made there as people traveled across country. It's mentioned in quite a few books and songs and things like that as a way to get across the country. My family traveled a lot when I was a kid, going back and forth from Oklahoma to Oregon. So we traveled that part of Route 66, and that's the part I'm most familiar with. So a lot of different things to see. And I'll post, if you'll follow, maybe you can watch. I might do a little video on this on Rick and Lori's Grand Adventure, our website or our Facebook group, but I'll post some resources for Route 66, Cadillac Ranch, and Amarillo, Texas. So one of the other fun things to do here and to see, Lori and I got here in time last night to have dinner, and we went over to the Big Texan Steakhouse. And over there at the Big Texan Steakhouse, they have a challenge. Thanks for following, Pete. They have a challenge there if you can eat a 72-ounce steak in less than an hour, it's free. So, not for me. I wouldn't take on that challenge, but they've had some people that have been able to do it. So now that I've kind of panned out for that wider shot for the postcards, let me get around here and do a little bit more. You know what? I'm gonna go back while I'm back here on this side. I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna do a vertical shot so that people can get that as well. Some people like these a little bit better, and then you can get those postcards and share the postcards with others to help them see what you saw and learn a little bit more about these tours. I know there's a lot of people in the foreground and in the picture in the frame here, but people are out really enjoying this place, having a lot of fun, contributing their own artwork. Street art is what it's kind of called now. What I always heard it called graffiti. And now a lot of the cities are actually embracing it and allowing people to create artwork. So yeah, I will, Linda, thank you. Yeah, I will come around there and let you see them from the front. So let me do another quick paint here on this one and do Route 66. So I think that's what I was going to do, if it'll stick. I think I'm going to run out of room again. Oh, I got root on there. I imagine local hardware shops make it tight. Yeah, actually, they do. And I read online that, thanks for the tip, Virginia. I do appreciate that. That does help. I read online that there is a trailer that comes out here and sells paint and other Route 66 and memorabilia and Cadillac Ranch memorabilia. So I'm going to follow on down as I kind of go into this tour a little bit more. A little less folks down this way. So I'm going to kind of get you a little bit closer to some of these cars as well. How old are you? It's for kids. I am still a kid at heart, but I will be 60 this year, now that you asked, Tony. So that's a little bit about me. So my wife Lori and I have Rick and Lori's Grand Adventure channel. We got a website and Facebook, Instagram, that kind of thing. So we're slowly adding some stuff to that. But in the meantime, these Heygo tours are really nice to be able to just get things out there as we're traveling. All right, so just for fun, I'm going to say, as we kind of wind down here on the last few minutes of this tour, and I'll keep going a little bit longer if we need to make sure everybody gets pictures and things they want. But just for fun, first 3 thumbs up I get to tell me what to spray paint on the car. I didn't see any thumbs up yet. Hopefully I'm still broadcasting. I can still have a good signal. Can you hear me okay? Oh, Cynthia. All right, there's one. Hi, Christine. You're always a kid to your parents. Tony B, you're right. You know, that's funny. I think my mom is actually on here watching this tour. Saw that she joined earlier. So, okay, so we got Virginia, Cynthia, Virginia, and Rachel are the first 3. So let's start with Cynthia. Cynthia, what do you want to see on a car out here? Yeah, there's my mom giving a thumbs up. She's still on here. Barbara R. Marty. Hey, from Canada. Nice. You pick. Oh, I pick. Okay. All right. Why don't I put... okay. Cynthia, Baltimore, Maryland. I'm going to put your name out here since you let me pick. Yeah, maybe do... If I can get this going again, I'm going to... Let's see. If I can reach it. Well, I don't know if you can read it, Cynthia, but there's your name over here in Amarillo, Texas. It's Cadillac at Cadillac Ranch. And these things have been covered with so much paint and kind of defaced and torn apart so much. I don't know. Somebody better at identifying cars than me could probably tell you what year model that one was. But we started in 1949 and they go all the way to 1963. There's 10 of them. So see who was up next. Okay, Virginia wants a big yellow-orange sun above Remy. Okay, I got Remy. Only problem is I don't have I don't have any yellow paint. But I do have some orange paint. I'm going to have to really reach for that one because that one's way up there, but I'll do my best, okay? Make a sun. Let's see. Kind of pan up here where you can see what I'm doing. It may not be a big sun because I'm not reaching it very easy. Might have to go over Remy. We'll do some sunbeams coming out of the sun. It might look like a spider or something, but let's fill it in. All right. Oh, I'm getting way out of line with my camera here, so. All right, let's see what I got going here. Lost my signal on my camera, so I'm going to have to reboot here. Let's do this. And, okay, there you go. I don't know if it really looks like a sun, but that's the best I could do. Let me get my gimbal going again. And we still got a few minutes left on this tour. All right. And we got that. I don't have to. There we go. All right. Here's the orange. Okay. Now let's see. Who was the next one? We had 3 thumbs up. We had we had Cynthia, and Virginia, and Rachel. I don't know, Rachel. Did you tell me what you wanted on yours? We did get Marty on there too. Yeah. Some water waves. Okay. So let's do some water waves. I'll use the green for that. That might be a little bit more appropriate for water waves. And this time I'm going to start a little bit lower so I don't have to reach so high. Let's go on looking for a good spot where it'll show up. Let's just do this one right here. And we'll do. All right, here we go. I don't know. That doesn't really look like waves, does it? I'll try to fill it in a little bit more. Maybe make it a little deeper. All right, there you go, Rachel. I don't know if that looks like water waves or not, but kind of the best I can do. You're welcome. You're welcome. So anyway, thanks everybody for joining today. I only allocated about 30 minutes, but I'm going to stay a little bit longer because I think some of you didn't get to see the other angles of the cars, and I know some people wanted postcards from other angles, so I'm going to go ahead and get you set up for that. Try to pan out a little bit here, and then I'll do some close-ups too as well. So I'm going to get set up over here. So kind of wrapping up, but I will tell you we are at Cadillac Ranch in Amarillo, Texas, off of Old Route 66, just west of the city. And there are 10 Cadillacs here, buried nose down. Year models are 1949 to 1963. And the angle they're buried is the same angle as the Great Pyramids of Giza. And I think I'm saying that right. I've always said it that way. I don't know, is that right? Giza? In Egypt. So the Egyptian pyramids. So here's another one that might be a little different perspective. You kind of got the sun in the background. So we'll do that. All right. Thanks, Glenn. Appreciate it. So yeah, follow and you'll get more. I'll put some resources up there, some links to information about Cadillac Ranch, and then you'll be able to see my tours. You get notifications for my other tours that we'll be doing. both here in the U.S. and then over in Portugal when we get back home over there, and another couple of weeks. I'm going to go ahead and do a vertical shot here for you. Oh, you're welcome, Rachel. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. Do appreciate it. And if you guys could leave a review, that's helpful as well. I'm up to 200 followers now, and that was nice to see that people are that interested, to see some of the places that I'm going and the things that I'm doing. Hi, KL. And you're welcome, Ann. I do thank you for coming as well. And reviews and tips are appreciated as we travel, and tips help support the Heygo platform and those of us that are doing these tours as well. Bring these things to you. All right, we will do some more there, Tia. Absolutely. And just follow so you get those notifications on the next ones. Like I said, we're just kind of doing pop-up tours because we have our schedule is just not set right now as we're traveling the country. So some of them might be kind of short notice. So Rodney wants to see Kilroy was here. So I guess that's the one we'll do next. Now stay on here a few more minutes as long as people want to see a little bit more of this artwork here of these Cadillacs. All righty. I got the orange paint out this time. Let's go over here. I think orange paint might show up good on this silver background here. It's kind of hard to get it very in depth because thanks for putting that link up there, Rod. Oh, thanks for the tip, Gene. That's generous. Thank you so much. Spray Marty on one. Okay, we will do it, Marty. I'll absolutely put your name on here as well. Anybody else wants their name on here, just let me know. I'm just kind of following or finishing up on this tour here, and then we're going to get down the highway. Life is a highway. I remember that song. And we'll see what else we can share along Route 66. Marty, I don't know. Can you see that? I'll stand here for a minute and let you get a postcard. Okay, Linda. I'll put Linda on there. Linda, UK. I'll do that. And thanks for joining, Louise. And hopefully, and I'm trying to watch the chat window, but I can only see about two or three comments at a time. So if I missed a comment and you posted something you wanted me to see, just post it again, and I will reply or respond. Now we're going to do Linda, UK. Linda, do you have a certain color? I got green or orange. And I'm shaking the camera around as I'm shaking this paint. Sorry. But here's some more of the Cadillacs over here. Kind of pan around this way. Try to go a little slower so you can see David join. Hi, David. Some of you guys are kind of coming in late, but I'll just say I'm out here at Cadillac Ranch, Amarillo, Texas. Thanks for the tip, Marty. And it was actually put in originally in 1974. David says, hey. And then it's been here ever since. Originally, the cars were put in, they were used in salvage cars. And then over the years, they started getting some graffiti. And it was actually encouraged by the owner of the property. And so it just became an ongoing art experiment. All right, Linda, UK, can you see that? I hope you're still on here. I see some people are starting to leave the tourists because I've gone over time. I was actually scheduled for 30 minutes. It's now 37 minutes. So if you want to get a copy of that postcard, Linda, and share your postcards, post a review. Hopefully you like the tour here today. And you're welcome, Linda. I hope that shows up good enough. Let me come in a little bit closer. It's really, sometimes it's kind of hard to see. There's so many layers of paint and so many different colors. But some of these, I mean, you can see the layers on these cars, how thick this paint is. It's just, I mean, it's inches and inches and inches of paint. So, all right. So I guess the grand finale is to put Rick and Lori on here, since we didn't do that yet. And I'm going to put it right here. Put it in green. Yeah. If you put it on thick enough to see it, it kind of gets runny, and then the letters don't look like letters anymore. But there's the Rick part. Thanks for the tip, Linda. I appreciate it. Yeah. And follow, and we will see you next time. Chuck a Mickey on for my son named after Mickey Thompson. Okay, Faye. I'll try that. Now I'm going to do the word Mickey because I don't know if I can do a Mickey Mouse, if that's what you're talking about. All right. Hi, Robert and Megan. We still got some people joining. I'm about 9 minutes past my 30-minute session, but we're going to keep going here for a few more as long as people are interested, until my hands get cold enough I can't spray anymore. The name, okay. Okay. Let's see. That's how you spell Mickey with an E-Y. Okay. All right, there you go. There's Mickey. You get that okay? All right. Nice. All right, guys, we're at the 40-minute mark now. So I'll just wrap up. Let me do a little pan around here and end up kind of over here on this side. So again, I'm Rick Roach, and my handle is Explorer with Rick, and I am half of the Rick and Lori's Grand Adventure travel channel website and Facebook thing. So we'll just do that as we post things as we go. Oh, thanks, Faye. All right. Yep. All right, guys. Well, here we go. Last, and I'll go ahead and put if you want to do a postcard, I'll try to get my face in here. Sometimes I bring Lori in on these and get our little picture at the end. So if you guys want those, Rick loves Lori. Okay. I'll have to put that one on there too. We got Faith. We got somebody else joining. So we'll do Rick loves Lori. Thanks for following, Faye. Yeah, you guys leave a review and those things. All right. See you down the road. Okay, Mom. Later, Rodney. See you guys. And I got to do one more. Rick loves Lori for my bride. Her request. It's the most important one, I guess. And thanks everyone for joining today. I do appreciate it. And see what kind of paint. I'm going to use some green. And we're going to go with that. I did a Rick and Lori. So now I'm going to do a Rick Loves Lori. Should be a Rick Loves or a heart. How about a heart? I think I could do a heart. I don't know. That didn't come out very good. Kind of windy. There you go, babe. Rick Loves Lori. Let me try it a little bit on this wheel over here. Maybe that'll work better in the smaller letters. All right, how about that? Rick Loves Lori. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit or get closer. Let me figure out how to pan into that. There we go. Get your postcard. There we go. All right, guys. Well, almost 45 minutes, and we're doing a 30-minute tour, but we went a little longer, and thanks for joining, and God bless you. We will see you. Let me get my turned around here. All right, guys. God bless. We'll see you in the next tour on the highway somewhere. Talk to you later.